Job order costing. Job order costing is a system for allocating cost to groups of unique product. It is applicable to the production of customer-specified products such as manufacturing of special machines. So, palagi niyong tatandaan, ang job order costing is usually ginagamit siya in allocating cost to a groups of unique product. So, yung mga unique product, mga product na distinct from each other. Okay, tuloy natin. A job order cost accounting system is a product costing system used by companies making one of a kind. So, in-emphasize kanina dito, unique product, one of a kind, or special order products. In such a system, or in such system, direct materials, direct labor, and factory overhead costs are assigned to specific job orders or batches of production. So, popular example ng mga company na gumagamit ng job order cost accounting system is yung mga engaged in construction activities. So, for example, ang business ay construction. So, gumagawa ng mga bahay, building. So, for example, construction, when you are in a construction business wherein nagko-construct ka ng mga bahay, so yung costing ng bahay is usually, ang ginagamit mo doon ay job order cost accounting system. So, illustrate pa natin. So, let's say you are in a construction business and yun nga, gumagawa ka ng bahay. Let's say meron kang 5 bahay na ginagawa. 3, 4, and 5. Ayan. Meron kang ginagawa na 5 bahay. The moment. Itong mga bahay na to, mukha lang siyang identical sa isa't isa, pero yung mga bahay na yan ay unique product, unique sa isa't isa. You can distinct yung bahay na to sa ibabang mga bahay. Mukha lang siyang identical, pero yan talaga ay unique sa isa't isa. So, kunyari, itong bahay na to ay naka-address sa Block 1, Lot 1, Phase 1. Itong bahay na to, let's say naka-address naman to sa Block 2, Lot 2, Phase 2. Ito naman, Block 3, Lot 3, Phase 3. Ito, Block 4, Lot 4, Phase 4. And ito naman panghuli, nasa Block 5, Lot 5, Phase 5. So, distinct sila sa isa't isa. Unique sa isa't isa yung bawat bahay na ating ginagawa. Industries that use a job order cost accounting system include those that make ships, airplanes, large machines, and special orders. A subsidiary record or yung tinatawag na job cost sheet is needed to keep track of all unfinished jobs, work in process, and finished jobs or yung finished goods. So, kung matatandaan nyo pa sa intermediate accounting, yung topic ng inventory, particularly yung perpetual inventory system, meron tayo dong ginagamit na inventory stock card wherein Yung inventory stock card is ginagamit siya as subsidiary ledger for quantity and amount ng inventory. So yung stock card na yun is pang finished goods or pwede rin pang materials. Yung pang work in process naman, kumbaga ang counterpart ng material stock card at finished goods stock card. Ang work in process naman, ang counterpart niya doon, or ang para kay work in process naman ay job order cost sheet. So mamaya gagawa tayo ng job order cost sheet. In job order costing, each job is an accounting unit to which materials, labor, and factory overhead costs are assigned by means of job numbers. So kagaya sa example kanina, ulit, in job order costing, each job is an accounting unit. So sa case na to, kanina yung 5 bahay na ating ginagawa, kunyari engaged tayo in a construction business. So each job, which is itong bahay, is an accounting unit. So let's say ito, tatawagin natin itong bahay na ginagawa na to na naka-address sa block 1, lot 1, phase 1, tatawagin natin siyang job 1. Then itong naka-address sa block 2, lot 2, phase 2, job 2. Then ito, job 3, job 4, job 5. And since nga ang job order costing system ay for allocating cost to groups of unique product, walang job na magkaparehas. So ibig sabihin, hindi pwedeng dalawa yung job 1, hindi pwedeng dalawa yung job 2, hindi pwedeng tatlo yung job 3. So iisa lang dapat sila. The cost of each order produced for a given customer, or the cost of each lot to be placed in stock, is recorded on a summary called job order cost sheet or merely a cost sheet. So ito nga yung binanggit natin, kumbaga kapag materials at kapag finished goods, material stock card or finished goods stock card. Kapag naman work in process, sa job order cost sheet siya ilalagay. This master sheet is designed to collect the cost of materials, labor, and factory overhead applicable to a specific job. Okay, so magsosolve na tayo ngayon ng problem, and we are required to prepare the following. Number 1, journal entries to record the above transactions. Number 2, job order cost sheets. Number 3, stock cards for materials and finished goods. And number 4, cost of goods sold statement for the month of January. So yung number 1 at yung number 4 is dadalhin nyo lang kung ano man yung mga natutunan nyo sa cost accounting cycle, dahil maa-apply nyo yun pagdating natin sa job order costing. So medyo bago lang sa inyo dito is gagawa tayo ng job order cost sheets and stock cards for materials and finished goods. So itong job order cost sheets ay para sa work in process. Stock cards ay para sa materials and finished goods. So itong problem na to is actually 2 pages siya, and ito yung second page. Ito yung first page. Dito tayo magsisimula mamaya. So mag-journal entries tayo, then job order cost sheet, stock cards, tsaka cost of goods sold for the month of January. Okay, illustration, job order costing. The Northern Consolidated Company has the following balances as of January 1, 2020. So, meron siyang materials, work in process, finished goods, tsaka accrued factory payroll. So, yung materials niya, 4,900. Ang breakdown ng 4,900 ay ito. Materials A, 3,000. Material B, 1,400. Indirect materials, 500. Total, 4,900. Yung work in process niya, ang breakdown ng work in process niya ay para sa job number 101. We have materials na 1,000 plus 700, that is 1,700. Direct labor at 1,450. Factory overhead applied 1,450. Total is 4,600. And yung finished goods na 6,000 is composed siya ng 2,000 units ng commodity X at 3 pesos per unit, which is 6,000 pesos. So nandito naman sa right side yung transactions and yung continuation nandun sa second page. Okay, mag-journal entries tayo. And remember kanina, we are also required to prepare job order cost sheet, tsaka stock card for materials and finished goods. So gumawa na tayo ng ating stock card for materials. So maraming format ang material stock card. Pero ang pinili ko na lang yung pinakasimple. And nilagay na rin natin yung beginning balances ng materials doon sa stock card. So remember, pag may mga required na stock card for finished goods and materials, tsaka job order cost sheet, ilagay nyo na agad yung beginning balances sa stock card tsaka sa job order cost sheet. So dito, materials, ito yung stock card for materials. We have material A at 3,000 pesos, remarks, begbal, beginning balance. Material B, 350 at 1,400, beginning balance. Hindi natin pwedeng pagsamahin ito sa isang stock card kasi magkaibang materials yan. Material A tsaka material B, kaya nakabukod. And remember, meron din tayong stock card para sa indirect materials, which is ito. So medyo simple na lang din yung format. We have date, purchase, issuance, balance, begbal, 500 pesos. So 3,000 plus 1,400 plus 500, that is 4,900. So ito yung magiging stock card natin for materials na direct and indirect materials. Ano pa yung ating inventory sa manufacturing? Meron tayong tatlong inventory. We have materials inventory, work in process inventory, tsaka yung panghuli yung finished goods. So meron din tayong stock card, kumbaga stock card for work in process, which is yung tinatawag nating job order cost sheet or yung cost sheet in short. Maraming format ng cost sheet, pero ang pinili na lang din natin yung pinakasimple para mas madaling maintindihan pagdating sa discussion. So ito yung breakdown ng work in process. So para siya sa job number 101, we're in 1,700 sa materials, 1,450 para sa labor, and 1,450 din para sa factory overhead, beginning balance ng work in process. And ano pa yung ating isang inventory sa manufacturing? Meron na tayong materials, meron ng work in process, meron na rin tayong finished goods stock card. So ito naman yung finished goods. Commodity X, 2,000 units at 3 pesos, that is 6,000 pesos. Okay, ano naman ang significance ito? Bakit natin siya pinapakita ng maaga? Hindi pa nga tapos yung journal entries pero pinapakita na natin yung stock card for materials, indirect materials, work in process, tsaka finished goods. Job order cost sheet sa work in process at stock card for finished goods. Kasi ang gagawin natin is pagsasabayin na natin siya sa journal entries. Meaning, sa journal entries natin, kapag meron tayong account na material sa journal entry, kailangan nating i-update yung materials na stock card. Ganon din, kapag may indirect materials na involved, kailangan i-update yung, or pag may indirect materials na involved sa journal entry mamaya, kailangan nating i-update to real time. Pagkalagay sa journal entry, update si stock card. Ganon din sa work in process. So pag may mga work in process na involved mamaya sa entry natin, mag-a-update tayo ng job order cost sheet. And kapag naman may mga finished goods na involved sa journal entries mamaya, kailangan nating i-update itong stock card ng finished goods. Okay, first transaction on January 2020. Number 1, purchases for the month of January. Material A, 600 units at 5.5. Material B, 800 units at 5. And indirect materials, 700 pesos. So, material acquisition yung ating unang journal entry. So, to record yung journal entry for number 1, the entry would be debit to materials. Debit materials, credit accounts payable. At what amount yung ating entry? So, kailangan natin computein. We have materials A na 600 times 5.5. Materials B, 800 times 5. And yung indirect materials na 700 pesos. 600 times 5.5, that is 3,300. 800 times 5, that is 4,000. Total materials acquired ay 3,300 plus 4,000 plus 700, that is 8,000. So debit materials 8,000, credit 8,000 accounts payable. Okay. Merong materials account na involved sa entry, meaning kailangan nating i-update yung ating stock card. Natin yung stock card for material. So ito yon. Ayan, materials. Material A, i-update natin kasi nga nagkaroon ng movement sa materials. Whether debit yan or credit materials, kailangan i-update ang stock card. Okay, date. Walang date na involved. So, lagyan na lang natin yung number. Number 1. Ito ay purchases. So, 600 ng material A pumasok at 5.5 per unit. That is 3,300. So, update natin yung balance. So, magiging dalawa na yung ating balance. Una, yung 600 at 5, which is 3,000, yung beginning balance, tsaka yung purchases natin sa transaction number 1. 600 at 5.5, 600 at 5.5, That is 3,300. Material B naman, sa material B, mag-a-update din tayo kasi nagkaroon din ng increase in material B. So, 1, ang binili na material B ay ilan yun? 800 at 5 per unit. 800 at 5 per unit. That is 4,000 pesos. So, magiging dalawa na rin yung ating balance. Una, copy yung beginning balance and yung recent na purchases. 800 at 5, that is 4,000 pesos. And ano pa yung i-update natin? So, updated na yung materials A at materials B. Yung indirect materials, which is ito. I-update din natin yung indirect materials. So, 1, then ang purchase ay 700. Therefore, ang balance ay 1,200 na. So, updated na ang stock card for journal entry letter number 1. Journal entry for number 1.